Hello everybody, this is from IIM Calcutta and I'm very proud to present Shiva here, who is a banker by profession and wants to venture into product management. As you can see, Shiva has come very prepared with all notes and everything, and I've equally come prepared to learn and jot down notes. And while we keep jotting down notes, over to Shiva, banking, product management. How did it all start?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me here. I had over the span of 7 years in banking industry, I have performed various roles, ranging from relationship manager to heading a branch.
Okay.
So, in the relationship manager, I performed duties like I used to handle critical customers. I had this top creamy layer customers where I have to cater to a lot of services to one particular client. So,
May
I had
just
been
interrupt?
please.
What are critical customers?
Yeah, so we call them high net worth individuals or high
Okay.
net worth accounts.
Okay.
So
Okay.
which provide good ample of business to a branch or a bank.
Okay.
They have investments in varied range of industries. So we
Okay.
call them the high net worth investment.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
Yeah. So as a branch incumbent, I was responsible for business development. I mean B2B sales. Like I used to, we have to enter into tie-ups with the vendors.
Okay.
We develop business products,
Okay.
and through our B2C sales, which such as the retail products,
Okay.
and other payments and other settlement systems. So overall, for the business development, there were many products which were being developed in the bank.
Okay.
And as a branch manager, it was my responsibility to find the right customers to it,
Okay.
and also get the feedback, which can again transcend to our top management, so they can develop the products. It's a continuous process of product development. So any
Okay.
loopholes, they will be trying to fix it.
So you actually scan for consumers,
Yes.
clients,
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's interesting. That's almost like living marketing, where you actually really scan for the right
Yes.
consumers. Here, I just wanted to ask, as you mentioned, products, all right, in banking, and there's so much of buzz around product management. Can you tell us what's actually happening?
So see, the rate of change of business is so rapid that before the companies realize the true potential of the product or the market,
Okay.
the technology is out of the market, because the disruptors disrupt, and new technology takes its place.
Okay.
So banking is no exception, and banking being a critical factor for the economy to survive,
Yeah.
no, it needs to adapt to the changes and to the new technologies. And now, suppose we take this open banking technology,
Okay. Yes.
which is through APIs. Bank open their spaces.
Okay.
Okay, the core banking technology is open through APIs, and the services are being catered by a non-banking entity,
Okay.
right? So with these, I mean, it is giving a scope. I mean, it is widening the scope of the banking area as such, because now the scope of banking or the financial services has moved beyond the traditional banks.
I see. I mean, would it be easy for you to discuss this in terms of, product management and retail,
Yeah.
corporate,
Yes, ma'am.
B2B, B2C, any of these formats? Please go ahead.
Sure. So when we talk about products here, the retail products are the housing loans or the personal loans. Now it's in the nascent stage, open banking.
Okay.
Now currently it is in the areas as personal loans,
Okay.
small overdrafts,
Okay.
and for B2B sales, it is the business loans, small business loans,
Okay.
and it has not entered into the corporate space yet.
Okay.
And that is one major area which the bank still has a sole authority, I say. And this when once the open banking realizes it, or it as time pass on, once the open banking opens its true potential,
Okay.
like it is going to enter into the corporate sector,
I see.
where that is a huge chunk of our any bank's products, because
I
that earns great revenue to a product, because it is concentrated in few customers.
Okay.
and your business is equivalent to the larger customers, which is of 10 to 20 times in a retail segment.
The corporate sector.
Yes, ma'am. So these are the products which are going to be developed in the future.
Okay.
And what is there in for the customers here?
Okay.
So like customers, and I say, I mean, with the pandemic, the pace has rapidly increased. What was supposed to happen in 5 to 6 years or 5 years at least has
Okay.
happened in a year.
Okay.
And now financial technology has been adopted by the customers, and we are at that luxury and we have that flexibility. Now the customers can command the banks
Okay.
for
Right.
for granting a service at their convenience.
I just want to interrupt here. Have
Yeah.
you ever heard of a term called empowered consumer or an empowered customer?
Yes, madam.
It's similar to what you were saying.
Yes.
So you're saying the customer himself or herself is well informed.
Yeah, here this can be linked to the fact that one of the true aspect for the open banking is to realize the consumer's true potential.
I see. Okay.
So when a consumer realizes his true potential with the available technology,
Okay.
companies are forced to offer the services or the products that they need, or the consumers.
Is that not going to be very demanding on the bank
Yeah.
and the people working in the bank?
Yes, it is. It is a huge challenge. Definitely, it is a huge challenge. Banks are not because the products in banking are developed yearly. I mean, the products are just changed or are just developed over it. Each product. Suppose we take a personal loan segment.
Okay.
The product is there, and over the years, just to cater to the market demands, the product will be changing in few aspects. But the base core of the personal loan aspect is the same. But with the once we talk about this open banking and the new fintech players in the market, the products have changed drastically. I mean, we never imagined of any loan being sanctioned or disbursed without a documentation being conducted physically. Until and unless I see you as a customer, I'm not satisfied as a banker.
I see.
But financial products have disrupted that. I mean, I can get a personal loan without visiting a branch. It's just a 2-hour work or a 1-hour work for me. I should just log in my internet banking in any private bank, and I will apply, and within an hour or two I can get the disbursement into my account. So it has changed the landscape completely.
This is hugely agile. You really think this is really happening in India?
No, ma'am. Not in true space.
Okay.
But we are no exception. When you look at the US and UK markets,
Okay.
it is changing very rapidly. And because see, now global markets are all interrelated. And once a new technology has entered in another area of the globe, it would definitely come to India. India is a huge market.
Okay.
And definitely here I think the answer for all these aspects is product management in banking, which is being adopted in many banks in India.
All right.
It's at the nascent stage.
Okay.
And which is going, and that is the way go ahead.
I see something interesting written in your notes,
Yeah.
and that's called product methodology in banking. What's that?
So say, traditional banks are in traditional banks, the methodology was earlier we design products and we find customers to it.
Okay.
And now the total scope of it, I mean, product management targets the specific customer and then provide them with the products that they need. Okay, so it is a right balance between your fee-based services and your interest rate in your commercial products. So there should be a balance between this. So product manager is finding the right balance between the both. Because see, product management, what it does is it encapsulates the business aspect before developing the product. Unlike the traditional banks which have a product and they find the business to it. Okay. So the business aspect is already developed and then you develop product for the customers.
I see. How do you think that the traditional bank should go ahead with a product-oriented approach to stay relevant? Since you are saying, the business is already developed and then you actually think about the product, not the earlier way, which is very interesting. How do you do that?
So when we look at the disruptors in the market,
Yeah.
they adopt a methodology called soda loop.
Okay. What is
It's
that?
called soda loop. So it is first you scan the market, then you orient your products to it, and then you decide, and then you take an action, and the loop continues. And and as the loop takes the pace, the threshold comes down. I mean, once it takes the pace, your products are developed even more at a faster pace.
I see.
So it is a methodology where you continuously adapt to the market and then develop the products which are relevant to the market, so that you are already finding your business in the market, and then you are taking your product to that.
Okay, so this is that soda loop. I think I've heard a term called tempo firms in BCG reports.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you want to say that the banking has to become that agile an industry.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Right?
That is the future ahead.
And that's where you want to be.
Yeah, ma'am.
So any lasting thoughts for everybody
So,
for the future
I
that
said
you want to enter?
Yeah, I said the product management is exciting, and there are ample of opportunities,
Okay.
even for banking space,
Okay.
and for all the problems that the current banking industry are facing,
Okay.
and because of the rising NPA levels,
Okay.
and having a different segment-based approach. I
Okay.
think product management is the way ahead, where you have the product, you find the customers, you assess their needs, and then you develop products, so that the risk of default or the risk of failing your product is very less.
Wow. So this was interesting. This was not just product management, this was product methodology with Shiva, who's hopefully heading into the agile future with a very agile banking system. Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
wish you
ma'am.
all the best.
Thank you.